This is Highway 1, right outside of Columbia, about as average of a road as you can find. But while the road may be nothing out of the ordinary, the extraordinary can be seen passing by. Did you catch that? Your eyes are not mistaken. Those are in fact giant dinosaurs on the side of the road, 12 to be exact. But why? This isn't a museum or a tourist attraction, but a normal residential address like any other. Being curious ourselves, we had to check it out. Meet Christopher Price.
How come you never see elephants hiding in trees? Everybody watching at home, how come you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it.
The homeowner, dad joke teller, and creator of all the dinosaurs.
I'm a self-employed handyman.
By day, he's a handyman, but by night, he's an artist.
So I'll get home from work and I'll get out here at night. So I wasn't concerned about making them super big. I mean, I wanted to be, of course, visible from the road. Like once the boys go to bed, I'll put my headlamp on and I'll get out here and I'll work till midnight sometimes.
But why spend hours in the night working on creating these dinosaurs? Funny enough, it didn't actually start out with dinosaurs. It started with his son Fowler wanting a shark jaw for his birthday.
Fowler had a birthday party coming up. I did this big 4 foot by 4 foot megalodon shark jaw. Because Fowler's like, Dad, you make a shark jaw for my birthday party. I'm like, why not?
Now, one thing you have to know about Chris is if he makes his mind up, you're not changing it.
But then after that, we did that, so then of course it keeps growing. The kid's imagination grows, and it's like, Fowler's homesick from school one day, and he's like, Dad, you think you can make me an ankylosaurus? It's a little herbivore dinosaur.
After making the ankylosaurus, Fowler's imagination kept growing.
All on to dinosaurs, more and more.
Yep.
Afterwards, the T-Rex followed, then the Raptors, and the lineup continues to expand each year. But for some reason, the Tyrannosaurus Rex stays up all year round.
Well, initially, whenever he made it, I never thought that it would have stayed up every day of the year for the last 3 years.
Price has a bit of a bias towards Lex the T-Rex. Price's love for T-Rexes really grew after he saw Jurassic Park in theaters.
You know, here's the T-Rex coming out, stomping the Explorer, biting the goat and killing the goat. Just, if you don't like dinosaurs, something's wrong with you. You know, if you think dinosaurs are lame or stupid, like, I don't want to know you. You know, they're cool, man.
And Price isn't the only one who thinks they're cool. People often drive by and honk for Lex. Since Lex was put up, she hasn't come down. What started as a one-time thing has now transformed into a hobby for Price. But how exactly does he do it? To show us, Price is going to make us the Jurassic Park character, Mr. DNA.
Yeah, so what you do is you find a reference photo online. Some reference photos. But I set up back here behind me with the foam board. You see how that body detail just really pops out at you? And I'll set it up, project it, scale it, and I just start taking my Sharpie and I just go to town. Then I get a hot wire. I got an electric hot wire tool, and I'll go through and I just start cutting and shaping. Once I do that, I get my sandpaper and I'll start sanding in details. And then once everything's done, start painting it and just, we'll see how it looks tomorrow.
After everything's set up, Price takes his fold-out chair, goes to sit on top of the hill, and stares at his work. Price says it's like checking on a baby before you go to bed. This is the Kingsman, a long-running Columbia restaurant and another big fan of dinosaurs. But while Price has Lex the T-Rex, the Kingsman has their own dinosaur. Meet Sonny Nunn,
old fossil.
a regular of the restaurant who is now known as the Dinosaur.
He's been here basically since the doors open. He's gotten up to the age bracket where we pick on him, tease him about his age, and so he picked up the nickname of being the Dinosaur.
And what do you know? Driving down Lexington one day, Nunn and a friend spotted a fellow dinosaur.
So we stopped and he made me get out and take a damn picture. And then he had it blown up and framed it and did all that and put it on the table.
Later on, Price got a surprising phone call from a friend.
And my buddy calls me up, he goes, Chris, you ain't gonna believe this. I said, what? He said, there's a framed 8x10 picture of Lex sitting in the Kingsman on a table.
As you can see, Lex has been making waves in the community. However, this instance was only the beginning. Notice something about Lex? She's painted pink with ribbons. Not the most Jurassic theme. Originally, Lex's first paint job in October 2022 was very much so a dinosaur theme. Since then, Price has repainted Lex for Memorial Day and Halloween for the past 3 years. But this October, Price wanted to do something more. Price decided to paint Lex pink in honor of his close friend, Nancy Pageant.
I did some work for a lady last year, and the lady's name was Miss Nancy.
The decision for Lex's paint job was made after Price ran into her daughter, who told him her mother was battling breast cancer.
So my mom is a 3-time breast cancer fighter and survivor.
She had it twice in her 30s, then had it here again now in her 70s.
After learning this news, Price took Miss Pageant on a special trip to the Home Depot paint section.
She was able to pick the 3 different shades of pink. And so each shade of pink represents one of her fights against breast cancer.
Soon, Price took an even bigger step. He decided to join forces with the American Cancer Society. Price put up a banner and people could come by, donate, and put the names of loved ones who have struggled with breast cancer on Lex. This move caught the attention of a local TV station.
This is really cool. I mean, it's not every day you see a pink dinosaur in your backyard, let alone, someone making one for a good cause.
Our Sam Shapiro joins us live. And Sam, you spoke to Chris about his work and how this idea came about.
Yeah, that's right. Hannah, I spoke with Christopher Price about his idea to turn his front yard into stomping grounds for Lex the T-Rex.
WIS, Loving Price's Dinosaur Initiative, invited him back for their morning show, Soda City Live.
Thank you so much for taking a break to talk to us. I can only imagine.
As much as Chris loves to talk, he does not like to do it in crowds or in front of people. For him to go live on TV, I was surprised.
Price, setting his fear aside, was determined to spread Miss Pageant's story.
Yeah, I really wanted to do Lex Shades of Pink to honor her.
This TV appearance helped Price raise over $1,400. However, that's not the only thing it did. For the first time, Lex was finally in a major spotlight, something Price had wanted since the beginning. You see, in the Price family, Halloween is a big deal.
I feel like I overbought candy. Halloween season starts inside for us in like August.
But due to their home's location, trick-or-treaters don't usually make it out.
I had about 15 trick-or-treaters. Year before that, I had 2.
One year, he even counted all his candy to see if a single person came by.
And I'd only put 1 bag of candy in there, and he made me open a second bag of candy just so I could count how many pieces were in the bag to see if any were gone.
Price has been wanting a big Halloween since he's lived in that house. This newfound attention might give him just that. With high hopes for the 31st, Price was determined for this year to be a success. He posted on Facebook for people to come out on Halloween and went to Target to prepare for the big day. Like a dinosaur, Price fears nothing.
Can't get more than
Even confused stares won't stop Price from being himself. Even my camera work suffered after Chris started playing Eye of the Tiger down the aisles. With 40 pumpkin pails filled, Price hoped for anything.
But again, hopefully this year, you'll get more kids to stop by and just, give them a little candy pail and get their picture and rock on, so.
Halloween Day 2024 had finally arrived. Price waited outside.
I love Halloween.
At first, it was a few cars. Then, a few more. 20 minutes later, and there were too many cars to count.
We had people parking in the median and then walking their poor kids across the road. It was way more than any of us would have ever anticipated.
In less than an hour, Price's yard was filled with parents and children alike, excited to meet Lex.
I love it. Oh, it's so fun. Yeah.
It was fun chaos. People were everywhere. People were getting, dinosaurs were showing up, getting pictures with their cousins.
People even stopped by to donate and write the names of loved ones on Lex. It seems Price hadn't prepared enough. having to make a candy run sooner than he expected.
Here you go.
What do you say?
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Happy Halloween.
There was so many people there. A few even went inside their home.
We better tell him to keep the darn door shut.
Oh, do not get that.
But this was a problem that Price loved having.
This has been great. I feel like I live in a neighborhood.
No, you're living your dream. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
what you always wanted.
Oh yeah.
And it was nice to see like a dream come true for him. You know, to go from him being sad to only having 1 or 2 trick-or-treaters to having close to 300. What a change.
You know, you always try to do stuff in life that makes people happy, you know, and a way to give back, and I think we definitely did that with Halloween.
Halloween came and went, but Price's story didn't end with it. On Halloween night, a mother, Katie Feaster, passed away.
Katie's cancer returned, and she sadly passed away last month.
A breast cancer fighter and a name written on Lex. After hearing this news, Price decided he would like to do for Feaster what he did for Miss Pageant.
I'd love to have her next year be, you know, who we do Lex in memory of.
However, Price had one more thing he wanted to do for breast cancer awareness. He decided to hold a prayer vigil for all the names written on Lex.
I believe in the power of prayer. I asked Pastor Clay here to come out today, and he's got the names here printed out. We're going to read off the names and just have a prayer for them.
What started as a project for Price's son has now turned into a symbol that stands for so much more.
You know, he's a good man. He's a great man. Just happy that he's not.
So, if you're driving down Highway 1 and you happen to see a big pink T-Rex, now you know why.
Man, look at there, you busted out Mr. DNA. But like I said, I mean,
Well, why are you recording me?
Scariest part of it all.